The fluorescent lights hummed overhead like a swarm of angry bees as Alex Harper shoved open the door to Lincoln High's bustling cafeteria. His backpack slung over one shoulder, he weaved through clusters of students, their laughter slicing through the air like shards of glass, sharp reminders that he was always on the outside looking in. But today, something felt off, a prickle at the back of his neck that had nothing to do with the usual stares. It was the envelope tucked into his locker that morning, and signed, with just 3 words scrawled in shaky pen, "You deserve this." By third period, the whispers had turned to outright stares. Alex slid into his desk in Mr. Riley's English class, the worn wooden surface scarred from years of bored doodles and heartbreak initials. There, nestled against his notebook like a forbidden gift, sat a bouquet of crimson roses, their petals velvet soft and dewy, wrapped in crisp white paper that screamed deliberate care. His heart slammed against his ribs. Anonymous flowers in a school where being gay meant dodging slurs in the halls and prayers for cures from the Bible Club. Who would risk that? A joke from the jocks? A pity move from his so-called friends? Or, God forbid, something real? He touched a petal, the scent of earth and sweetness curling up like smoke, and for a split second, the room faded. Alex was 17, out since freshman year after a tearful confession to his mom that ended with hugs instead of horror. Small mercies in a town like Evergreen, Ohio, where cornfields stretched endless and acceptance was as rare as city lights. But high school was a battlefield, and he'd learned to armor up. Hoodies over his band tees, quick exits from parties, and a journal filled with sketches of boys who'd never looked twice. Now this. His fingers trembled as he plucked the card from the bouquet. "Because you're worth blooming for." No name. Just that. The bell rang, jolting him back. Classmates craned their necks, phones already out, snapping pics like vultures circling roadkill. "Harper's got a secret admirer," someone hooted from the back. Laughter rippled, laced with that familiar edge, half amusement, half venom. Alex's cheeks burned, but he forced a grin, the kind that said he didn't care. Inside, though, his mind raced. Jamie, the artsy girl from drama club who'd confessed her by curiosity over pizza last month? Or Tyler, his best friend since diapers, who'd been weirdly distant lately, dodging sleepovers with excuses about football practice? Tyler Brooks, star quarterback, straight as an arrow, or so everyone thought. The guy who'd punched a freshman for calling Alex a slur last year, then clapped him on the back like it was nothing. Nah, couldn't be. By lunch, the school was electric with speculation. Alex sat at their usual corner table, poking at a sad slice of pizza while Jamie grilled him. "Spill, Alex." "Red roses?" That's rom-com level. Her eyes sparkled, purple streaks in her hair catching the light, a rainbow flag pin glinting on her backpack. Jamie was the only one who'd stuck by him through the worst, after his dad bailed when he came out, leaving behind a trail of unpaid bills and bitter silence. She knew the ache of labels, the way bisexual got twisted into confused slut by the rumor mill. "I don't know," Alex muttered, shoving the bouquet into his locker earlier to avoid more gawking. "Probably some prank. You know how they are." He nodded toward the jock table across the room, where Tyler held court, his broad shoulders shaking with laughter as he recounted some game highlight. Golden hair tousled just right, blue eyes that crinkled when he smiled. Tyler was Evergreen's golden boy, the one who made cheerleaders swoon and coaches weep with joy. And Alex's anchor, or at least he had been, until sophomore year when Tyler started dating Sarah, the peppy blonde from youth group, and their late-night talks about superheroes and stupid dreams fizzled into awkward fist bumps. Jamie leaned in, voice low. "Or it's someone who sees you, Alex. Really sees you." Her hand squeezed his, warm and steady. But before he could respond, Tyler's gaze flicked their way, lingering a beat too long. Alex's stomach flipped. Was that guilt? Curiosity? Or just the paranoia of a kid who'd spent too many nights wondering why the one person he trusted most suddenly felt like a stranger? Afternoon classes blurred into a haze of half-heard lectures and furtive glances. Alex doodled thorns around the rows in his notebook, each line a question mark. Who knew his schedule well enough to slip this in undetected? The school had cameras in the halls, grainy relics from a budget that prioritized football fields over safety, but no one checked them unless there was vandalism. Maybe he could ask Principal Hayes, spin it as curiosity. Or maybe he should just let it go, before the whole thing blew up in his face like every other fragile hope. Jim was the worst. Coach barked orders for laps, and Alex lagged behind, his sneakers slapping the track as sweat blurred his vision. Tyler lapped him effortlessly, that easy grace making Alex's chest tighten. Not jealousy, exactly, but something sharper, like missing a limb you never knew you needed. "Hey, flower boy," Tyler called, jogging up beside him, breath even. Up close, he smelled like pine soap and exertion, the kind of clean that made Alex's traitorous pulse stutter. "Shut up," Alex panted, forcing nonchalance. "You send him?" Tyler barked a laugh. Too loud, too quick. "Me? Nah, man. I'd go for pizza, not pedals." He punched Alex's arm lightly, the touch lingering. "But seriously, watch your back. Some people are assholes." His eyes searched Alex's, something unspoken flickering there. Worry? Regret? Then the whistle blew, and he was gone, vanishing into the pack like smoke. That night, Evergreen streets were quiet under a blanket of stars, the kind that made small towns feel infinite and isolating all at once. Alex's mom, Lisa, worked double shifts at the diner, so the house echoed with his footsteps as he paced the kitchen, phone buzzing with texts from Jamie. "Bet it's the new transfer kid. Cute, right?" He ignored them, replaying Tyler's look. They'd been inseparable once. Bike rides to the quarry, secrets swapped under blanket forts. Then puberty hit, labels stuck, and Tyler pulled away, burying himself in plays and prayers. Alex had told himself it was growing up, not rejection. But the flowers cracked that lie wide open. He fired up his laptop, the glow casting shadows on faded family photos. Him and Tyler at 8, gap-toothed grins, arms slung around each other. Idly, he wondered about the cameras. Principal Hayes owed him a favor after he volunteered for the GSA Club's bake sale, enduring sneers from the PDA. A quick email. "Curious about a delivery today. Any footage from Hall C?" Harmless enough. Sleep came fitful, dreams tangled with thorns and blue eyes. Morning brought rain, slicking the parking lot as Alex trudged to school, hood up against the downpour. The bouquet was gone, confiscated, stolen, but the card burned in his pocket. English class dragged, Mr. Riley droning on about symbolism in The Great Gatsby, how unrequited longing destroys. Alex tuned out, until the intercom crackled. "Alexander Harper to the office, please." His blood ran cold. Expulsion? A lecture on distractions? The office was a sterile box of filing cabinets and faded posters preaching tolerance no one practiced. Principal Hayes, a wiry man with glasses perched like binoculars, waved him in. "Alex, sit. About your email." He spun his monitor, footage queued up, grainy black and white of Hall C at 7:45 a.m., empty save for one figure slipping toward his classroom. Alex leaned in, breath catching. The hoodie obscured the face, but the build, tall, athletic, the stride, purposeful yet hesitant. It couldn't be. The figure placed the bouquet on the desk, paused as if whispering a prayer, then fled. Hayes paused the video. Recognize him? Alex's world tilted. The jawline, even shadowed, was unmistakable. Tyler, his best friend. The straight-laced quarterback who'd sworn brotherhood eternal. "I know," he lied, voice cracking. But inside, the thorns bloomed into something fierce. Betrayal? Hope? Rage? As Hayes shrugged and sent him back to class, Alex's mind whirled. Why hide it? What game was this? And how the hell was he supposed to face Tyler now, with roses burning holes in his heart? The rain hadn't let up by lunch, drumming the windows like impatient fingers. Alex skipped the cafeteria, holing up in the library with a dog-eared copy of Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, the irony not lost on him. Pages blurred as his phone lit up. "Tyler, where you at? Got something to tell you." Alex's thumb hovered, then typed, "Library." Now. He hit send before cowardice could win. Tyler arrived soaked, hair plastered, Letterman jacket dripping puddles. He dropped into the chair opposite, eyes darting like a cornered animal. "Dude, you okay?" "After the flowers." "You sent them." Alex cut in, voice low, lethal. The word hung between them, heavier than the storm outside. Tyler's face drained of color, mouth opening and closing like a fish on dry land. "How?" "Cameras don't lie." Alex's hands fisted under the table, nails biting palms. Why? Some kind of prank. Make the fag feel special before you all laugh. No, Tyler hissed, leaning forward, desperation etching lines on his boyish face. Alex, God, no. It's not like that. His voice cracked, the quarterback facade crumbling. I've been wanting to say something for months. You're not just my friend. You're. He trailed off, glancing at the empty stacks as if enemies lurked. Everything. The library spun. Alex's breath hitched, memories flooding. Tyler's hands steadying him after a playground fall, their pinky swears under the oak tree, the way Tyler's laugh could chase away any shadow. But then the distance, the flinches at casual touches, the barriers erected overnight. Then why the secret? Why now? Tyler rubbed his neck, raindrops tracing paths down his temple. Dad found out about the GSA meeting last year. The one you dragged me to. He lost it. Said if I hung with you, it'd rub off. Called me weak, said real men don't. He swallowed hard, eyes glistening. I pulled away to protect you. From him. From everyone. But seeing you hurt, day after day, it killed me. The flowers were a start. Stupid, I know. Alex's anger fractured, revealing the raw ache beneath. Protection? From his own father? Tyler's dad, Coach Brooks, was a legend in Evergreen, state champ in the 90s, now molding boys into men with iron fists and iron rules. Rumors swirled about his temper, the way he'd disowned sissies. You think hiding makes it better? I needed you, Ty. Not some ghost leaving petals. I know. Tyler's hand inched across the table, stopping short of Alex's. I'm sorry. And I'm not straight, Alex. Bye, maybe. Or whatever. But it's you. Always has been. The confession landed soft, seismic, rewriting their history in a heartbeat. For a moment, silence reigned, broken only by distant thunder. Alex searched those blue eyes, seeing the boy he'd loved in secret, the one who'd shared his first crush on a cartoon character, who'd cried with him over Dad's abandonment. Prove it, Alex whispered, challenge and plea intertwined. No more hiding. Tyler nodded, solemn as a vow. No more. But as they stood, shoulders brushing in the narrow aisle, Alex wondered if promises held against a town that crushed them. Little did he know, the real storm was just breaking. The days that followed blurred into a tense tango of stolen glances and whispered plans. Tyler moved like a man on parole, testing the edges of his newfound freedom, a brush of fingers in the hall, a shared inside joke that lingered too long. Alex savored it, the warmth seeping into cracks he'd sealed with sarcasm, but doubt gnawed at the fringes. Evergreen wasn't San Francisco. It was a place where ally was a buzzword for the brave, and queer still drew crossed arms at family dinners. One wrong move, and Tyler's world, scholarships, legacy, Dad's approval, could implode. Friday night brought the homecoming game, the air thick with bonfire smoke and anticipation. Alex had skipped these before, opting for movie marathons with Jamie, but Tyler's plea echoed, come, for me. So he went, bundled in a hoodie that hid his GSA pin, perched on the bleachers with the misfits, Jamie at his side, sketching mascots in her notebook, while the cheer squad flipped under floodlights. Tyler dominated the field, his throws laser-precise, the crowd roaring his name like a chant of salvation. Each touchdown, he'd scan the stands, locking eyes with Alex, a private spark amid the frenzy. Halftime hit, and the mascot, a lumbering lumberjack in plaid, stumbled through routines, eliciting polite claps. Alex's phone buzzed. Tyler, from the sidelines. Meet me by the equipment shed. 5 minutes. Heart pounding. He slipped away, Jamie covering with a wink. The shed loomed behind the bleachers, shadows pooling like ink, the scent of damp grass and leather mingling. Tyler emerged from the gloom, helmet under arm, sweat slicked and glowing. You were amazing, Alex said, voice hushed, the words feeling dangerously real. Tyler closed the gap, hands framing Alex's face, gentle, reverent. Couldn't do it without you watching. Their lips met then, tentative at first, a question answered in salt and urgency. It was clumsy, all noses and nerves, but electric, like the first rain after drought. Tyler pulled back, forehead to Alex's, breath ragged. Worth the wait. Every second, Alex murmured, but sirens wailed in his mind. Footsteps? Voices. They sprang apart as laughter echoed from the field, two worlds colliding. Saturday dawned crisp, leaves crunching underfoot as Alex biked to Tyler's for their study session, code for unraveling years of what-ifs. The Brooks house was a shrine to masculinity, trophy walls, leather couches, a garage gym that smelled of rubber mats. Coach Brooks was at practice, Mrs. Brooks baking pies with oblivious cheer, leaving them the basement rec room, pool table, ancient TV, and a couch that sagged invitingly. They talked for hours, sprawled on shag carpet, vulnerabilities spilling like spilled soda. Tyler confessed the isolation, faking laughs at locker room jokes, dodging Dad's man up rants, the terror of dreaming in color while waking to grayscale. I wrote letters, he admitted, pulling a shoebox from under the stairs, dozens, unsent, in his looping scrawl. One read, "Alex, if courage was a muscle, I'd flex for you." Alex's throat tightened, reading them aloud, each word a bridge over the chasm. But shadows crept in. What about Sarah? Alex asked, the ex a ghost between them. Tyler had dated her post-coming out silence, a shield of normalcy. Cover, Tyler said flatly. She knew. Help me figure it out. We're friends now. Awkward, but real. Relief washed over Alex, mingled with guilt for the jealousy he'd nursed. In return, he shared his own scars. The online trolls after a viral GSA speech, the aunt who sent pray-away pamphlets, the nights staring at ceiling fans, wondering if love was a luxury he couldn't afford. As dusk fell, they curled on the couch, a rom-com flickering ignored, hands intertwined. Tyler's thumb traced Alex's knuckles, a silent oath. We're in this, right? No backing out. Till the end, Alex echoed, but unease stirred. Monday brought the echo. School was a minefield. Rumors of the flowers had morphed into Harper's hooking up with someone rich, drawing side eyes from the elite crowd. Then came the note in Tyler's locker. Fairy quarterback? Watch your back. And signed, but the venom was signature, likely from Derek, the defensive lineman with a grudge since Tyler benched him for mouthing off about teammates' boyfriends. Tyler showed it to Alex in the parking lot, face stormy. Ignore it. Jealous bullshit. But Alex couldn't. That night, he confided in Jamie over video call, her room a chaos of posters and paint swatches. It's too fast, Jay. What if he bails when it gets hard? She tilted her head, wise beyond her years. Then he wasn't yours. But Ty? He's terrified and still choosing you. That's rare. Her words stuck, a talisman against fear. Tuesday escalated. During lunch, Derek cornered Tyler in the bathroom, voices booming through thin walls. Heard you're batting for the other team, Brooks. Dad know his star son's a pussy. Tyler's retort was steel. Worry about your tackles, not my life. But later, in the empty art room where Alex hid to sketch, Tyler slumped against lockers, knuckles bruised. He swung first. I held back, for the team. Alex bandaged his hand with supplies from the nurse's stash, anger simmering. You can't keep fighting alone. I'm not, Tyler said, pulling him close. Got you. Their embrace was armor, but cracks showed. Tyler's flinch at a slamming door, Alex's hypervigilance scanning for threats. Midweek, the GSA meeting packed the lounge, rainbow banners fluttering like defiant flags. Alex facilitated, voice steady as they discussed safe spaces, but Tyler's absence not. He'd promised to come, show support. When the door creaked open late, there he was, jersey swapped for a hoodie, face flushed. Sorry, Coach ran long, but his eyes held more, resolve. He spoke then, halting at first, then fierce. I'm here because my best friend, He glanced at Alex, swallowing. Someone I care about showed me it's okay to be scared and still stand up. The room erupted in snaps and hugs, Jamie beaming like a proud sister. For Tyler, it was baptism by fire. Out, in pieces, to a crowd that cheered instead of jeered. But backlash brewed. Thursday, Coach Brooks summoned Tyler home early, the truck's roar audible blocks away. Alex waited at the quarry, their childhood haunt, skipping stones across black water. Tyler arrived hollow-eyed, plopping beside him. He knows. Saw the GSA post online, someone tagged me. Alex's stomach dropped. What did he say? Tyler stared at ripples. Disowned me. Said I'm no son of his if I choose that lifestyle. Packed a bag, staying with Sarah's family till I straighten up. The words landed like punches, each one echoing the prejudices Alex knew too well. The church sermons equating love to sin, the laws that lagged behind hearts. Rage boiled in Alex. It's not a choice, Ty. It's you. And screw him. He doesn't get to erase that. Tyler leaned into him, shoulders shaking. What if he's right? What if I ruin everything? You ruin nothing, Alex fierce whispered, cupping his face. You're brave. Messy, yeah, but brave. They kissed there, fierce and grounding, the quarry witnessing vows unspoken. Friday's assembly was mandatory, anti-bullying shtick, ironic given the undercurrents. Principal Hayes droned from the podium, but midway, Derek stood, mic in hand from some AV glitch. Bullying? Like when the quarterback's banging the gay kid. Gasps rippled, phones whipped out. Chaos erupted, teachers shouting, students jeering or defending in fractured shouts. Tyler surged on stage, wresting the mic. Enough. His voice boomed, quarterback command laced with raw pain. Derek's wrong. And scared. Like I was. Alex isn't the gay kid, he's my boyfriend. And if you got a problem, it's with ignorance, not us. The gym fell silent, then erupted. Boos from the bleachers, cheers from the back, Jamie's whoop piercing through. Security hauled Derek out, but the damage bloomed. By dismissal, protests simmered, parents calling for Tyler's suspension, church groups picketing the lot with signs reading, God hates gays. Old wounds reopened. Alex and Tyler fled to Jamie's, barricading with pizza and playlists, but tension coiled tight. Night fell heavy, Tyler pacing Jamie's living room. I outed us both. What now? Now. Alex stood, pulling him still. We fight. Together. But as sirens wailed distant, cops breaking up the picket, Alex glimpsed the war ahead. Families fracturing, futures fraying. Little did they know, the deepest cut was yet to come, from within. The weekend stretched like a held breath, Evergreen's gossip mill grinding overtime. Social media exploded. Lincoln High love trending locally. Memes of Tyler's mic drop mingling with hate threads calling for moral cleansing. Alex's mom, Lisa, fielded calls at the diner. Support from old classmates. Venom from Coach Brooks' cronies. Proud of you, kiddo, she said over breakfast, her hug fierce despite the shadows under her eyes. But pride couldn't pay bills or mend bridges. Tyler bunked at Sarah's, her family's sprawling ranch house, a temporary fortress. Sarah, with her no-nonsense bob and theater poise, became unlikely glue, brewing coffee, blasting show tunes to drown doubts. You two are endgame, she'd say, winking at Alex during group hangs. Yet beneath the banter, Tyler frayed, nightmares of Dad's bellows, flinches at raised voices. Alex saw it in the way he gripped his phone, waiting for a text that never came. No apology, just silence like a slammed door. Monday returned them to the fray. School buzzed with armed security and counselors on standby. Hayes' email promising zero tolerance. But tolerance was thin veneer, graffiti-scarred lockers, fag football, and whispers trailed like smoke. Alex and Tyler walked halls hand in hand, a deliberate defiance, but each brush-off stung. Lunch found them at the outcast table, Jamie rallying with tales of her own coming-out wars. Mom threw a plate once. Now she knits pride scarves. Laughter bubbled, fragile but real, until Derek's crew loomed. 3 shadows, smirks sharp. Lovebirds, the ringleader sneered, tossing a crumpled flyer. GSA event poster, defaced with slurs. Tyler tensed, but Alex stepped up, voice steady. Walk away, or we report you. Again. They slunk off, but the encounter lingered, a bruise blooming. Afternoon brought unexpected ally. Mr. Riley, English teacher with a rainbow lanyard hidden under ties. He pulled them aside post-bell. Heard about the assembly. Brave. His eyes, kind behind bifocals, held stories unspoken. My brother was like you, lost to hate in the 80s. Don't let them win. He slipped them a key. Art room, after hours. Safe space. Gratitude swelled, a reminder that quiet warriors dotted the landscape. That evening, they claimed the room. Easels and paint fumes a sanctuary. Tyler dipped brushes, splashing canvases with abstract fury, reds for rage, blues for ache. Alex sketched him, capturing the furrow of brow, the curve of lip, portraits of a boy unbreaking. "You're beautiful when you're real," Alex said, smudging charcoal. Tyler paused, paint-streaked hands framing Alex's waist. "So are you. Always were." Their kiss deepened, slow and searching, emotions cresting like waves. No rush, just presence. Fingers tracing collarbones, breaths sinking in the hush. It was intimacy woven from trust, not lust. Confessions murmured against skin, laughter at ticklish spots, the simple miracle of being seen. But dawn brought reckoning. Tuesday, Coach Brooks stormed the office, demanding Tyler's reinstatement on the team, family matter. Hayes stood firm. "School policy, Mr. Brooks. Respect or removal." Word spread, fracturing the athletic cult. Half the team rallied for Tyler, petitions circulating, while others ghosted, loyalty bought cheap. Tyler confided over quarry stones that night, voice raw. "Dad called. Said if I quit the team, I'm out forever. No college, no nothing." Tears tracked his cheeks, mixing with lake mist. Alex pulled him close, hearts hammering in unison. "Then we pivot. Community college, art school, whatever. You're more than football." "Am I?" Doubt cracked Tyler's voice, the golden boy's shine tarnished. "Without it, who am I?" "Mine," Alex said simply, fiercely. "And that's enough." Midweek twisted sharper. Jamie burst into lunch, face ashen. "Guys, check this." Her phone displayed a leaked video, grainy footage of their art room kiss, time-stamped last night. Someone's phone through the window? Comments flooded. "Disgusting. Expel them." Hearts from supporters drowned in bile. Panic surged. Who'd betray their haven? Suspicion fell inward. Tyler's teammate, Mike, quiet, always lingering, had asked about the key that morning. "Jealousy," Tyler muttered. "Or Dad's spy." Confrontation came swift. Alex cornered Mike post-gym, Jamie flanking. "Why?" Mike crumbled, eyes downcast. "Coach cornered me. Said tell him everything or lose my spot." "I didn't mean." Sobs choked him, a kid caught in crossfire. Pity tempered Alex's fury. They didn't report, just warned. Choose sides wisely. But the video ignited inferno. Protests swelled outside, megaphones blaring scripture, counter-rallies from urban allies clashing in chants. Media sniffed blood, local news vans clogging the lot, reporters thrusting mics. "Mr. Harper, thoughts on the scandal?" Alex dodged, but Tyler faced them head-on. "It's not scandal. It's love. Deal with it." The clip went viral, shares spiking overnight. Support poured in, celebs tweeting solidarity, GoFundMe for queer youth defense surging. Yet hate mail clogged inboxes, death threats veiled as prayers, doxing attempts mapping their homes. Lisa installed locks, Sarah's folkside exits. Fear nested, a third wheel in their bed. Friday fractured fully. Tyler's mom, Ellen, soft-spoken, church mouse, showed at school unannounced, eyes red-rimmed. "He needs to come home," she pleaded to Hayes, then Tyler in the hall. "Your father's struggling. Therapy, maybe. But this." She gestured vaguely at Alex, hurt flickering. Tyler stiffened. "Struggling? He disowned me, Mom. For loving someone." Her gaze softened on Alex. "I know. And I'm sorry. But family's family." She handed a letter. "Coaches, scrawled apology?" "No, ultimatum. Quit the deviance, rejoin team, or lose us all." Tyler crumpled it, voice breaking. "I already lost you when you let him win." She left weeping, the hall echoing her footsteps. That night, at Jamie's, now command central with takeout forts and strategy sessions, Tyler spiraled. "Maybe she's right. Maybe I should." "No." Alex cut in, straddling his lap, hands firm on shoulders. "You don't fix hate by feeding it. We build our family." Jamie nodded, tossing popcorn. "Us against the world, remember?" Laughter cracked the tension, but resolve hardened. They plotted, press conference with Hayes, bolstered by Riley's testimony, Sarah's theater flair for drama. Saturday's rally loomed, a line in the sand. As crowds gathered downtown, rainbow flags whipping in wind, counter-protesters huddled under crosses. Alex gripped Tyler's hand, pulse thundering. Speeches soared, Jamie's fiery call for empathy, Sarah's quippy takedown of hypocrisy. Then Tyler, voice amplified. "Love isn't a choice or a sin. It's survival. And I'll survive with him." Cheers drowned boos. but a bottle sailed from the fringes, shattering at their feet, glass and fury. They ducked into an alley, adrenaline crashing. Close call, Alex gasped, but Tyler's grin was wild. Worth it. Their embrace was defiant, bodies pressed in rebellion. Yet as sirens wailed, Alex sensed the pivot, from defense to offense. But who held the knife in the dark? The rally's echo lingered like smoke, galvanizing allies while sharpening foes. Sunday brunch at Lisa's became war council, pancakes stacked high, maps of supporter networks scribbled on napkins. "We've got the mayor's ear now," Lisa said, her diner honed optimism a beacon. Tyler crashed on the couch overnight, stirred with a yawn, pulling Alex down for a lazy kiss. Domesticity amid chaos, a stolen normal. But normal shattered by noon. Tyler's phone rang. Unknown number. Dad's gravel voice. Saw the news. Pathetic. Last chance, boy. Click. Tyler hurled the device, screen cracking like his composure. He won't stop. Alex knelt, gathering shards. Then we block him. Focus forward. But forward tangled. School board meeting Monday. Petitions demanding curriculum cleanse. No more GSA, no pride flags. Riley rallied teachers, a quiet insurgency, but numbers favored the old guard. Monday's boardroom reeked of coffee and cologne. Parents packed pew-like chairs. Coach Brooks testified first, face thunderous. "This agenda corrupts kids. My son ruined." Murmurs swelled, but Tyler countered, voice steady. "Ruined? I'm happier than ever. That's the corruption of fear." Alex followed, sharing journal excerpts. Not the raw ones, but enough. Loneliness to light. Sarah's performance sealed it, a skit of blindfolded judges, fumbling truths. Votes teetered, but passed narrowly. GSA intact, anti-hate protocols beefed. Victory tasted bittersweet, cheers muffled by Brooks' glare. Outside, reporters swarmed. One thrust a bombshell. "Mr. Brooks, comment on the affair rumor?" Affair? Tyler's blood drained. What? The affair was fabrication. Anonymous post claiming Tyler cheated on Sarah with Alex pre-breakup, twisting timeline for scandal. Sarah laughed it off. "We were done ages ago," but damage seeped, teammates texting doubts, dad's ammo reloaded. Tuesday brought isolation's bite. Tyler's locker emptied of notes. Good luck's replaced by voids. In the cafeteria, a table of ex-friends averted eyes. Derek's crew smirked from afar. Alex felt the chill, pulling Tyler aside in the stairwell. "They're cowards. Not us." Tyler nodded, but eyes dimmed. "Feels like losing everything." Their hug was lifeline, but whispers followed. "Slut. Homewrecker." Jamie uncovered the source. A bitter ex-teammate. Paid off? No proof, but poison spread. Midday twist. Ellen Brooks appeared at the gate, envelope in hand. For Tyler. Inside, divorce papers, filed overnight, her citing irreconcilable toxicity. Tyler crumpled, then straightened. "She's free. Maybe I can be too." Gratitude call to her went tearful. "Thanks, Mom, for choosing." Empowerment surged, but Wednesday wounded deeper. During chem lab, a prank. Bleach splashed on Alex's station, fumes stinging eyes. Nurse's office. Accident, but Tyler's rage boiled. He stormed the janitor's log. Timestamps pointed to a missing key. Mike's, the reluctant snitch. Confrontation in the parking lot. "You again?" Mike sobbed. "Derek made me. Said it'd end if I helped." Betrayal layered, but Alex saw the cycle, bullies breeding bullied. "Get help," he said, "or become him." Mike fled, but trust eroded further. That evening, at the quarry, now ritual, Tyler vented, stones skipping fury. "Everyone's a potential knife. How do we trust?" Alex linked arms. "Start small. Us first." They talked dreams. Tyler's coaching queer youth leagues. Alex's graphic novels of hidden loves. Visions wove hope, kisses sealing pacts. Thursday's GSA swelled. Overflow into the gym, story shared. A trans kids binder fund, a lesbian's prom plea. Tyler facilitated, vulnerability his strength. But post-meeting, a shadow, anonymous email to Alex. "Tell your boy Toy to watch the road." Threat veiled, but real, patrol car assigned, courtesy of mayor's pull. Friday fractured facade. Sarah called frantic. Ty's truck, tampered brakes. Mechanic found it. Sabotage. Panic-crested, Tyler's vehicle totaled, Dad's shadow looming. Police questioned Coach, alibi ironclad, but motive screamed. He'd never. Tyler insisted, but doubt crept. Safe at Lisa's, barricades up, they clung. We're targets, Alex whispered, tracing Tyler's jaw. But unbreakable. Intimacy bloomed tender. Shared baths scented chamomile, stories swapped in candlelight. Tyler's hidden poetry, Alex's lullabies from Mom. Emotions crested, not carnal but profound. Souls sinking, fears bared. Saturday's counter-rally downtown drew thousands. Buses from Columbus, celebs zooming cheers. Tyler keynote. Hate hides in homes, but love builds bridges. Alex beside, hand in his, they symbolized resilience. But mid-speech, a figure in the crowd, Coach Brooks, face ashen, pushing forward. He reached the stage, mic trembling. Son. Silence fell. I was wrong. Therapy. Open eyes. Ellen left because I wouldn't change. But you, I'm proud. Hugs followed, tentative, real, forgiveness not full, but foothold. Tears streamed, crowd erupted. Yet Alex caught the glitch. Brooks' eyes flicked to Derek in the wings, a nod too subtle? Paranoia or pattern? Nights after party at Jamie's Pulse Joy, dancing to indie anthems, toasts to survival. Tyler pulled Alex to the porch, stars witnessing. We did it. Kissed deep, promising eternities. But as fireworks cracked, Alex's phone buzzed. Leaked text from Mike. Derek's planning worse. Stop him. The real betrayer unmasked, climax brewed. How far would hate hurl to halt their heart? The text from Mike burned like acid, a fuse lit in the dark. Alex showed Tyler at dawn, porch swing creaking under their weight, coffee gone cold. He's escalating, Tyler said, jaw set. We go to cops, now. But evidence was threadbare. A scared kid's whisper, no hard proof. Detective Ruiz, assigned to the threats, took notes gravely. We'll watch. But stay vigilant. School Monday hummed warily. Security doubled. Eyes everywhere. Derek strutted bolder, crew emboldened by Brooks' reformation. A PR when masking rot. Whispers evolved. Coaches faking it for the kid. Tyler confronted Dad post-practice. Bleachers empty. You mean it? Or just optics? Coach's eyes, once steel, softened fractionally. Mean it. But Derek. Troubled home. I'm helping him, like you. Ambiguity stung. Ally or enabler. Tyler left unresolved, frustration coiling. Tuesday's psych class dissected groupthink. Irony thick as Dr. Lena probed biases. Alex raised hand. How do you unlearn hate taught at home? Her answer. Empathy exercises sparked debate, Tyler adding. Takes seeing the person, not the label. Derek, slouched in back, snorted. Post-class, he cornered Tyler. Empathy? For pervs. Fistfight nearly erupted, separated by Ruiz's patrol. Suspension loomed for Derek, but his sob-story plea, abusive uncle, displaced rage, earned probation. Systems rigged. Jamie fumed over tacos. Pity for bullies, pitchforks for us. Midweek mended slightly. Ellen moved to an apartment downtown, inviting Tyler for dinner. Neutral ground, lasagna healing. Your father's trying, she said, passing roles. Therapy twice weekly. Tyler nodded, guarded. Alex, invited as family, felt the shift. Tables set for 4, futures mending. But Thursday thrust a dagger. During lunch, Tyler's phone exploded. Video circulating, him and Alex at the quarry. Intimate whispers captured by drone. Creep-level expert, Sarah texted, tracing IP to a burner. Panic crested. Intimacy violated, trust torched. Who's watching? Alex whispered, nausea rising. Ruiz raided Derek's. Found the drone, confession tumbling. Just a joke. To scare you off. But logs showed more. Tampered truck, bleach prank. All him, egged by online forums spewing manifestos. Arrest followed, Derek's pleas echoing. I didn't mean. Court Friday was circus. Judge stern, parents wailing, media flashing. Tyler testified, voice even. Hates a cycle. Break it with consequences. Sentence. Juvie till 18, counseling mandatory. Relief washed, but scars lingered. Tyler's hyperalert drives. Alex's window checks. Post-hearing, they escaped to Columbus, a day trip gifted by Lisa. Art museum, street falafel, anonymity in crowds. Gallery halls whispered inspirations, queer artists like Keith Haring, bold lines defying norms. Tyler bought a print, intertwined figures, unbreakable. Us, he said, hanging it later in his new room at Ellen's. Intimacy rebuilt brick by brick. Evenings coding playlists, mornings trading coffee kisses. Emotions deepened. Tyler's vulnerability in therapy shares. Alex's pride sketches evolving to couples' portraits. You're my muse, Tyler teased, but meant it. Yet undercurrents stirred. Coach's reform faltered. Missed sessions, bar tabs surfacing. Ellen confided, he's slipping. Blames you. Tension simmered. Thanksgiving looming. Family dinner or fracture. Holiday week brewed storm. Lisa hosted neutral. Turkey, trimmings, tense truce. Coach arrived stiff, small talk stilted. Midway, over pie, he cracked. Ty, I see it now. The light in you. It's love, not curse. Apology landed awkward, real. Tyler's hug tentative, thawing. But Saturday post-feast, betrayal bloomed. Anonymous tip to Ruiz. Coach tipping Derek's crew pre-arrest. Alibis fabricated. Interrogation dragged. Denials crumbled under evidence. Texts deleted, but recovered. Protecting the team, he claimed, but eyes confessed shame. Disbarment followed. Coaching license revoked. Legacy ash. Tyler visited jail, glass between. Why, Dad? After everything. Feared losing you to weakness. Mine. Tears tracked. Forgive. Not yet. Tyler said, but left seed planted. Ellen filed full separation. Tyler chose her home, chains loosening. Winter break healed. Sledding hills, hot cocoa confessions. Jamie's New Year's bash sparkled. Fireworks, first dances public. Tyler twirled Alex, whispers promising. College together. Our rules. January thawed secrets. Sarah revealed her own. Dating a non-binary artist. Closet cracked by their saga. You gave me courage. Circle widened, friendships fortifying. School resumed resilient. GSA boomed. Murals of unity adorning halls. Tyler captained a reformed team. Diversity drills, ally oaths. Alex's art showcased. Blossoms and thorns. Roses central, story veiled. But climax crested mid-month. Derek's appeal hearing. Early release plea. Reformed via jail therapy. Victim's impact. Alex's eloquence. Hate echoes unless stopped. Tyler's grace. Hurt me, but heal yourself. Judge denied. Extending term. Justice, hard won. Aftermath. Bonfire at quarry. Friends toasting. Tyler pulled Alex aside. Ring box. Not proposal, but promise. Silver band. Engraved bloom. Forever start. Tears pricked. Yes. Kiss sealed under stars. Emotions cresting. Love's depth. Unyielding. Yet one twist lingered. Mike's redemption arc. Volunteering GSA. Amends mending. Cycles broken. But Alex pondered. Could Dad's echo fade fully? Spring whispered answers. Spring unfurled tentative. Cherry blossoms dusting evergreen streets like confetti from a cautious celebration. Alex and Tyler navigated the bloom with cautious joy. Prom tickets punched. Caps ordered for joint graduation. College acceptances piled. Both to Ohio State. Scholarships sweetened by their inspirational narrative, as admissions phrased it. But inspiration came laced with labor. Therapy co-sessions, where Dr. Patel unpacked layers. Tyler's paternal wounds. Alex's abandonment echoes. Love's alchemy turning lead to gold. April's GSA conference in Cincinnati was pilgrimage. Workshops on intersectionality. Keynotes from activists who'd paved paths bloodied. Tyler paneled on sports and sexuality. Anecdotes drawing laughs and nods. Alex sketched live, portraits capturing fire. Hotel nights were haven. Room service, stargazing from balconies. Bodies entwined in whispers, not haste. Fingertips mapping freckles. Breath's confessions of, I choose you, daily. Back home, Fisher's mended slow. Coach's release neared. Parole with conditions. Community service at the very center he'd scorned. First visit, rec center gym, him coaching kids Pee Wee League, eyes meeting Tyler's across mats. Proud, Tyler asked later, over diner burgers. Working on it, Coach grunted, but clapped his shoulder. Progress, pixel by pixel. Jamie's arc intertwined. Her by mom came out post-rally, family expanding in rainbows. Sarah's play premiered, semi-autobiographical, them as cameos, applause thundering. Circles solidified, unbreakable. May's prom loomed electric. Alex fretted tuxes, no pastels. Tyler surprising with corsages. Roses, of course, thorns trimmed. Jim transformed. Twinkling lights, balloons bobbing, playlist pulsing. They entered arm in arm, cheers drowning holdouts' hisses. First dance, slow sway to Wonderwall. Tyler's cheek to Alex's, world fading. Remember the flowers? Tyler murmured. How could I forget? Alex grinned. Best plot twist ever. Midnight after party at the quarry, bonfire crackling, stories looping. Derek's letter arrived via mail, jail stamped, contrite. You showed mercy I didn't deserve. Changing, for real. Tyler read aloud, then burned it. Release ritual, ashes to wind. Graduation dawn sweltering, stadium packed. Valedictorian Jamie evoked their saga. From desks to destinies, we bloomed despite thorns. Diplomas clutched, caps tossed, families mingled. Lisa hugging coach awkward, Ellen beaming. Post-ceremony, quarry again. Picnic spread, futures toasted. Summer hummed transition, part-time jobs. Alex at bookstore, Tyler lifeguarding. Nights road-tripping back roads, mixtapes blaring. One eve, under harvest moon, Tyler knelt. Alex Harper, thorns and all, marry me? Not now but when. Box opened, family ring, resized. Our forever. Sobs joyed. Yes, 1,000 times. Embrace eternal, lake-lapping witness. Epilogue whispered years on. Columbus apartment, art degrees framed, Tyler coaching inclusive leagues, Alex illustrating bestsellers, queer heroes central. Evergreen faded to fond memory, visits healing, dad's grandkids on his knee, stories sanitized but true. They'd weathered storms, misunderstandings mended, prejudices pierced, discriminations defied. Love, deep as quarries, bloomed unyielding. Surprises savored, conflicts conquered, climaxes crested into calm. In each other's gaze, home found, not perfect, but profoundly theirs. And on quiet anniversaries, a single rose appeared, anonymous no more, but always a spark.